Hello, everyone. Welcome to an impromptu live stream in the middle of the afternoon. Something we don't normally do. So, if you watched this morning's video, you will know that we did our first ever blasting session this morning of these scales right here. So, I have not done anything to these. These are the same as they were. I've got my mixture mixed up fresh with manganese sulfate. I've got my 2 water dip things over here. And we're going to get started. I have the power supply set at 23 volts. So we are going for that gray look that we got. And why not just get it done? Oh, that's cool, William. Thank you for watching, buddy. So here we go. Now, I do not see them turning black. So, that is kind of weird. Maybe it's because they haven't been in there long enough. We're just going for that nice gray, gunmetal gray look anyway. We're still showing 26 watts, 27 watts. So I'm just going to let this go. See what color we get. I can always bead blast them again and start over, so that's always a thing. I'm hoping I put enough manganese sulfate in there. I think I did, but we are getting bubbles coming off the spoon. So that is always a good thing. Getting bubbles coming off of everywhere. Now we're getting black flakes, which I didn't like last time, and I don't like again this time. I wonder if that's because of putting too much manganese sulfate in there. We don't have a bunch of black flakes, but we do have some. This is steadily dropping from, we're down to 11 watts now. So it's just about done with the process. And they have darkened up. I'm hoping they turned a nice slate gray color. So I'm going to let those sit just a little while longer, just to make sure they're doing their thing. Still getting bubbles. So, down to, yeah, I'm not sure about these lower voltages, but I guess we will see. Waylon, how's it going, buddy? So I think we're going to call it there. I think we've got what we're going to get. No point in going any longer. So I'm going to dip really fast here. And I'm going to leave them in here. Turn off my power supply. Put the lid on my stuff. Undo my alligator clips. and get the scales out. Give me just a second. Lay them on a napkin here. All right, we are done officially. So let's see what kind of colors we got here. What kind of darkness we got. Definitely black. Let's let them dry off completely. I will actually grab a paper towel to help them. And as you can see, we got a nice gray color. It might look bluish, but they are definitely gray. It's like a blue-gray, gunmetal. They definitely look blue. That's weird. They do not look blue in person. I wish, I mean, they've got that blue tint. They definitely don't look blue. I'm wondering if this light spectrum, if I changed it. Let's see. Yeah. So that light was giving you a false impression of what it looks like. Man, that texture looks super clean. All right. I'm super happy with that. That was 23 volts. I like the number 23, so that's why I picked it. At the doctor, that's no good, Waylon. I mean, I guess it can be if you're just getting a checkup or something. I'm drying this scale off completely in the pivots, and thank you, Mr. Scott. I like the texture of the blast. Those pictures came out really, really good on the Discord. Man, getting these water spots off of these things, kind of a pain. With my oils, I need to keep the light this color. This is like a more natural than that white made it look blue. That was the first time I had seen something on screen that didn't look the same to me in real life than it did as it did on screen. So that was weird. This one I got a little. I'm gonna wipe them off with oil. I'm gonna wipe them off with alcohol really quick, just to make sure my oils and stuff. I put some water and blah 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 on that. All right, just give it one quick once over with the alcohol. There's that one. There's that one. I don't know what that little, I think that little place right there, that little line is just where I don't know. I think I got some oils on it or something. They look good though, but I don't know what that's pissing me off. I don't know what that little, oh, I think it's got some kind of weird something going on again. Yeah, see that manganese sulfate, I'm not totally sure what's going on with it. Let's see. I'm going to put a couple of drops of oil on here. Literally a couple of drops of oil. I'm going to see if my oil for my fingers is what was doing it. Because if so, this should fix it. It should be pretty much even. This is just knife oil, nothing else. But there's a little bit of something coming off. That's why I'm wondering about that manganese sulfate ratio. Because you can see there's some color, something. So, I'm not totally sold on this manganese sulfate process yet. I need to know how much I need to put in there, if I'm putting too little or too much. I would say I probably put too little, if anything, because I was trying to be conservative. But I believe those marks a second ago were just from the oils on my finger, because that really cleaned them up and made them look very even, and the texture looks great. So I think that fixed them right on up. Matthew Donovan, what's up, buddy? Keep it scale stupid. How's it going, brother? So like I said, all I did was just put a little bit of knife oil on that. Super cool color though. Let's reassemble it and see what it looks like. Looks like a brand new knife, actually. It's crazy how that got rid of all those scratches that were on there. Alright. Let's see here. One of these sides has a captive pivot. I mean, a captive place for the pivot, so that's this side. So this can only go in one way, and it is that way. All right. There we go. Right there. Come on. All right. One drop of oil, one washer, one bearing, one stop pin, one blade. Still got a little bit of oil on here, but just add a little more. Other bearing. More little oil. Washer. Let's see here. Standoff. Clip. Whoops. Liner insert. All right, that went right back in. Kinda. I don't think the back went in. Well, if at first you don't succeed, just bang on it. Went in that time. There it goes. That's better. All right. Standoff. Would help if I had the right size torch. All right, that standoff is on. I'm going to put this standoff on, even though it's got to have the clip put back on afterwards, but this will just help with the assembly process. I think that standoff is spinning, of course. Maybe not. Maybe I'm good. Uh-oh. I didn't put enough oil to hold the stupid washer in place, so I add a little more. All right, backspacer. Put that in. And we will attempt to put this together. Has it got a D-shaped pivot? No, it does not. Come on, get in there. It's got those little slots in the backspacer that it's got to fall into. Man, I knew that was going to be an issue. Should have put the backspacer on the... There we go. Well... Stupid knife. What is going on now? Why is that having issues? Sorry guys. It is just a live video anyway, it doesn't really matter. But something about this pin is not going on there right. Why is that backspacer sitting up? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's got a gap. Has it got a little... It's weird. I think maybe it's because this liner isn't in all the way or something. Yeah, I don't think this liner is sitting in there completely flush down here. Wonder why that is. Maybe I can wonder if it has to do with this standoff. I can't get this stupid standoff. I've never taken this long to put together a knife in my life. Something with this liner is not sitting right, and I can't get this stupid standoff to not spin. I think it might have to do with this standoff here. Let's find out. Alright, now will that stupid liner sit flush? Yes, I think so. I think that was the problem. I don't know though. Might not have been. I guess we'll find out. I'm going to put that standoff on the other side because that'll be a lot easier to deal with. Probably should have done that to begin with. This is the one that will always stay on anyway. Because the clip won't go in this one. Alright. There we go. That's better. Now I can put the backspacer over here. And then all we got to worry about is getting this side of the scales to sit down in that backspacer. Like so. Alright. There we go. Finally, it's acting right. Yeah, I don't know what it was with that little backspacer. I mean that liner. Something was going on with the liner though. It's still, something's still going on. Y'all remember last time I did that? I had to bang on it. It's just not wanting to pull together right. So weird. Oh well. We'll see if the screw pulls it together. I don't know what's up with this back of this. That's how it was the other day when we put it back together. Remember I had to bang on it then. Somebody said if it doesn't work, just hit it with a hammer. I was trying to be gentle-ish. Now I got the stupid screw below the... So annoying. These little wire clips can be super annoying. Especially when your whole knife isn't fitting together right. Yeah, that's making me angry. I'm going to try to get this screw to pull it together. If I can get it started. Alright. There we go. That pulled it together, but I don't like how it did it. Wow. Yeah, there's something with that little liner. It's not exactly right. But we got there in the end. That one pulled tight too. Now the centering's good. Action's good. Wipe this oil off the blade. Whatever that is on the blade. And there she blows. Heck, I'm going to put a little drop or two of oil on the blade and do the same thing I did on the scales. Just to protect it and clean it up a little bit. Almost done. All right, brand new knife. Makes a great noise. Black texture looks great. Color looks great. No scratches. Basically looks like a brand new knife. I think I might have either tightened it too tight or not enough. Let me see the centering. Yeah. There we go. Now it's centered perfect, and I bet the action's a little better too. Yep. No wiggle. Perfect. Wow. That bead blasting really does the thing, man. It fixed that hole. Still got some oil coming out from where I put it on the scales, but I mean in the knife. But man, that texture and those scratches are totally gone now. It's got the little nice little, like, texture wise, it looks perfect. Looks like a brand new knife. I'm super happy with that. I'm about to be bead blasting all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna be addicted to bead blasting. And the actual strange part is I didn't even bead blast it. I didn't actually use glass beads. Man, that blade looks so much better. That really does look like a brand new knife. I don't know about y'all, but I like it. Come on, box, move over. Yeah, I'm cool with it. I knocked over a bunch of stuff while I was doing that, though. If y'all have any knives you want refinished, I'll be doing that soon. I like the color, I like the texture, I like the no scratches. I don't know if y'all remember the other day, but when it had that big M on it, it had some pretty heavy scratches on it. And now it doesn't. Got perfect action. Come on, box. Where you at? Dang it, it's hard to get it perfect. Right there. That's where it needs to be. Yeah, folks, it's tomorrow morning. No, we just did a quick black ano of the refinished mash. The bead blasted mash that I did this morning. I don't know if you were here to see that, but at the end of the video, I finished my blasting cabinet and bead blasted the knife. Let me show you really quick. Not the video, but a picture. It came out really good. So check this out. This is my first ever bead blasting. And as you can see, it did a great texture. And those lines are in the picture. I don't know what's going on. Sometimes they show them, sometimes they don't. But yeah, that was my first ever bead blast. Well, it wasn't actually bead, it was aluminum oxide. But those scales just got black anodized and turned into this, so now it looks like a brand new knife. I did 23 volt black. Yeah, man, that texture turned out awesome. I'm so happy with it. Like, you can see that line? Oh, there, it went away now. But yeah, check out that texture, man. You can't beat that. You turn off the chat box so you can really get a good look at it. Got rid of all the scratches. Thank you, Mr. Fuchs. Should only get better from here. Yeah, I don't know why there's that artifact in the photo or that straight line all the way across. That's not in the actual picture. If I scroll up and down, it goes away. I don't know what that is or why that's there. Oh, no problem. Yeah, I can bead blast brass and copper too, Scott. I'm not I might need to try that. I've got some copper and brass stuff that I could try it on. Well, anyway, guys, thank you for hopping in here. This knife turned out the perfect color, exactly what I wanted it. We'll do another one soon. I'll be doing lots of bead blasting. I'm going to offer the service to people too once I get it down. So if you want any knives refinished or redone, I can't wait to see what color looks like when I do it. I've actually got two knives I can show y'all really quick. Once again, I've showed these before, but these were both bead blasted and anode by my buddy, the same exact voltage. And that is the Passon, and this Russian RFT. Rolf, thank you, sir. It's my first ever bead blast black anode. Well, it's the second time I've done black anode, but first time I've done it on good clean scales. But both of these were bead blasted and then anode a color. And as you can see, it just gives it an awesome even texture. And these were both done at like a 28 volt, 27 volt blue. And this blade was not bead blasted. You can see it's stone washed. But this one was. So I'm going to bead blast some blades too. And bead blasting blades, see, this one was bead blasted too, and you can see the texture on it is kind of the same, but the anode makes it look great. But this blade was actually bead blasted as well, and it cleans up blades super nice. And I've had this one over a year, and people talk about bead blasting blades will make them rust, but I don't see it happening anywhere. It looks perfect. But this blade was bead blasted as well. And both of these knives just have the most butter action. Like this one's got a high lock, but they're just guillotines once you get it past the lock. These both have skiffs in them. See, my buddy bead blasted those and then anode them. But I got this knife for $40, so can't beat that. With the blade and the scales now back to perfect. It needed the scales fixed, but the blade was fine. So now it's all fine. Can't beat getting a titanium Devo for $40. Alright guys, I think that's about it for the day. We'll see y'all in the morning. Appreciate y'all hopping on this little short live. Wasn't doing much but doing this ano and fixing this knife. So now that that's done, nothing else to talk about. But anyway, we will